So last weekend, I found myself at my cousin Lisa's house for one of our infamous family brunches. You know the type, everyone compares their latest life hacks, like using baking soda for toothpaste or kale juice for coffee creamer. Lisa, bless her heart, has been on this all-natural kick lately. She's sworn off anything that doesn't come from the earth, which is commendable, but also a little concerning. I mean, the woman tried to convince me that rubbing a banana peel on my forehead would cure my headaches. Anyway, this time she was particularly excited to show off her new cleaning regimen, which apparently involved a concoction of essential oils, vinegar, and something she described as nature's finest sweetener. As the brunch went on, I noticed an unusually high number of ants making a beeline for the kitchen. Now, Lisa lives out in the suburbs, so ants aren't unheard of, but this was like watching rush hour traffic on a New York City sidewalk. I pointed it out, and she laughed it off saying, "Oh, they're just curious about the new cleaner I'm trying out." Intrigued, I decided to investigate this miracle of cleanliness. That's when I saw it, a jar of what looked suspiciously like honey sitting next to a rag. I turned to her, raising an eyebrow. "Lisa, are you cleaning with honey?" She beamed at me and said, "Well, it's natural, isn't it?" By the time dessert rolled around, I noticed that the ant situation had escalated to a full-blown invasion. They were marching in formation like they were on a mission from the Ant Queen herself. Lisa, still unfazed, continued to insist that her honey cleaner was just drawing them in for a closer look. When one of the ants tried to carry off a butter knife, I figured it was time for an intervention. "Lisa," I said, "I think your cleaner is more of a honey trap than a honeydew." But she just wouldn't budge, claiming it was all part of a grand experiment to see if ants could be trained to clean for us. Finally, as the last bit of cake disappeared and we prepared to leave, Lisa looked around at the ant-filled chaos with a mix of pride and bewilderment. "Well," she said, "at least the house is buzzing with activity." As I walked out the door, dodging a particularly determined ant carrying a crumb twice its size, I couldn't help but chuckle. Lisa might not have figured out how to keep the ants out, but she definitely discovered the secret to a home that's always swarming with guests.